Howdy, folks. Today we have something quite unique. This is different, and you're either going to love it or hate it, I think. I'm not sure there's an in between here, and I think I'm more on the love it side. But so Buck Knives has come out with something new and old. This is a Buck 110 with a twist. Okay. This is not your grandfather's pocket knife. That's for sure. This is the Buck 110 Hunter Sport. So it was loaned in from my good buddy John. And I did the unboxing out of the 5-ish knives that he sent. This is the one that excited me the most. So it comes in a cool package, kind of a hard magnetic closed cardboard box, little microfiber sleeve and all that good stuff. But most people don't care about the packaging. I do care about packaging. So I like that and appreciate that. But let's take a look at this and you'll see some differences. And if we zoom in, it's going to be really apparent. It's a Buck 110 with thumb studs and Torx bits on the scales. And it's in a different color. Like, it's not your traditional brass bolsters with wood inlay. This is an aluminum frame, black ano on the bolsters. The whole frame is black ano. Nitride coated thumb studs, and a Cerakoted pocket clip. That's right, boys and girls. A Buck 110 with a pocket clip. Gone is the day of the leather sheath. I don't know. Is it really gone? We'll see. Let's just talk about the pocket clip since we're here. They could have done it better. They could have recessed it into the scale, and that would have made me much more happy. This works really well in my jeans, though, so I'm not mad at it. But I wished it was recessed in. They did at least use countersunk hardware, which I think is really nice. OD green micarta with Torx bolts holding the scales on rather than the rivets of days gone by. Same with on the pivot. So you could easily take this knife apart if you needed to. Because these are removable scales, I am guessing there may be companies out there that can make some aftermarket scales. If you don't like the OD green, say you wanted carbon fiber or titanium or G10, or you wanted a different color, there may be options. Now, the thumb studs are for, as they say on their website, easy one-handed opening. I don't know if I call it easy necessarily, but it is absolutely one-handed opening. Let me wipe off the fingerprints that I got on it earlier before filming. It's standard Buck 110 size, I believe. I don't have a 110 video. I've done a 112, the automatic, and I'll link that down below and at the end of the video. So it's traditional size and shape, S30V blade, and we'll go through all the specs. The thumb studs actually act almost like some jimping because they are proud of the blade spine. So it kind of locks your thumb there. It has a good place to kind of grip. I like that. Oftentimes on a thumb stud knife, like this one here, the thumb stud is below the edge of the blade. So it doesn't give you anything. But this one has jimping. But more traditionally, the thumb stud is below the edge and spine of the blade. So I kind of like that it's a little proud. I can dig that. So for you guys that are into, like, this is going to really upset the traditional Buck 110 guys, I think, because this is not traditional. But I think it's a modern take on a classic knife. Premium materials. Well done. This one is brand new, and I think it needs to just break in a little bit. It's a little bit rough right here. But all in all, it's very smooth, but there is a little roughness right there towards the end that I think over time will just smooth itself out. Not uncommon. Okay. It fits well in the hand. It fits well in the pocket. The micarta is going to absorb the oils and stuff from your hand and change color slightly, look a little more worn. The lock is solid. I mean, there's no play. This is super solid lockup, which means you can't really flick it open. You can roll it. I mean, with some wrist, let's see. It's not really going to be a flick open, but that's okay. That's why I don't kind of subscribe to the easy one-handed opening, because you have to kind of get your hand in a position to do that. You know, fingers have to kind of wrap around the pocket clip. It is one-hand opening. I'm not going to say it's easy one-hand opening. Classic clip point. Yeah, all in all, I like it. So closed is 4 7/8. Overall is 8 5/8. Blade length is 3.75 with a 3.28 cutting edge. Behind the edge thickness is 0.025. Blade thickness is 0.118 S30V, as I mentioned before. Overall thickness, excluding the clip, is 0.605 and weighs in at 4.7 ounces, which is slightly under the typical D-cell battery at 5 ounces. Okay, let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. The Sharpie and the number 2 pencil, because everybody carries a Sharpie and an unsharpened pencil in their pocket, so they can relate to that size. Here it is, the Spyderco Delica. With the glow-in-the-dark scales. Just saying. AA and D-cell batteries. How about the Hellraiser, since I brought that out a minute ago? It's actually a little bit longer than the Hellraiser from Red Horse Knife Works, which means it's certainly longer than the TJ Fisher Cobra at 3.5-inch blade. But all in all, I kind of like this because one of my very first knives as a kid was the traditional standard kind of, not Boy Scout issue, but your classic Buck 110, of which I don't have a Buck. I don't even own a Buck knife at all. I kind of would like to get a Buck 110 just to have in the collection, because I think it's a classic knife that every knife collector should have. And I really enjoyed the Buck 112 that I got to check out from my friend Random Rob. This one is cool. These run about $145 online right now. If you're interested, I don't have a link. You can just find it and call it good. I don't have a bunch of discount codes or anything like that. I should look into doing that maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you think, because I really want to hear people's opinion. Is this a win or is it a fail because Buck sold out and went modern? I don't know. You guys tell me. And please go check out my Buck 112 automatic video up here in the corner and have a fantastic day.